Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising, everybody. Welcome. Oops. My bad. Welcome to my weekly, well, not my weekly, my intraday analysis. Going to go ahead and get started very shortly. Make sure. Yep, I am all good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and get things started, everybody, with the DXY. You know who it is. It's your boy ABK. Don't forget to drop a like for the video and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all who do that. We appreciate y'all so much. So let's go ahead and get started with DXY over here. So what I was saying on Sunday was the safer move would have been on the DXY for there to be a stop hunt or a push down lower, then a breakout, retest, and a continuation. Doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. It seems like we're just basically getting like, oh, triple bottom down here where this liquidity was. I mean, if you really look at it closely, that's what price did on the lower time frame. Price did go lower than these lows because right here it was at 93. I mean, at 93.496. This was the low, while over here the low was 93.484. so it did technically go lower than these equal lows right here, but still it didn't necessarily do what I wanted it to do for a safer move. Just did a triple bottom down here, breakout to the upside, but I am still going to be waiting for that retest and continuation. Let me take a look at what the daily time frame looks like real quick before I make that decision. Not a fan of today's candle with that wick to the upside like that, not gonna lie. But overall, draw this fib out and go on to the lower time frame because it'll look better on the lower time frame. As of right now, it looks like, let me get rid of this right here real quick. As of right now, it looks like price is dropping a little too fast for my liking, but this is the 30-minute time frame, so that doesn't really mean that much because, like I said, it's lower time frame. But the daily time frame candlesticks aren't that great looking to me. But I would overall want to see price come down to the likes of like 93.629 and then continue with the upside bullish move, right? That's what I'm looking for on the DXY this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this alert on. Great. Now, one thing that I am definitely watching for as well, like the flip side of things, right? From this bearish move down, what did that retracement look like? Is something that I'm watching for. Let me go ahead and actually draw my box out over here. My buy box. Okay, so let me go ahead and now take this fib, and like I said, I want to see what the flip side of this looks like from the high of 94.174 to the low of 93.484. We can see that price has done a double top close to that 71% fib basically in this. Like, if I was selling, this would be where I would have sold at, but in this demand zone, that's what I'm going to draw this as overall. I mean supply zone, not demand zone. This supply zone, that's what I'm going to be looking at overall to see, okay, is price indeed going to keep dropping from here? Because that's what it looks like, at least on the 1 hour time frame. This dropped pretty hard. Not necessarily liking this for a potential buy opportunity as of right now. But again, this is like, if I was looking for a setup, this is what it'd be. And again, these equal lows that are down here now, I really can't ignore them. So the possibility of price spiking to the downside definitely does exist still. So I'm gonna leave those there. But overall, I'm gonna be looking at what price is gonna be doing at 93.684. That's why I'll make a decision on, okay, am I gonna get in or am I gonna wait for these equal lows to get figured out? And if you guys don't know what I was referring to, on the DXY for this bullish move, then I suggest checking back on my weekly analysis that I did on Sunday. So just gonna see what goes down. But again, like the daily time frame candlestick for today that's printing out so far, I'm not a fan of it, but there is 11 hours and 44 minutes left until it closes, so a lot can change from how this looks now. Okay, so that's DXY regular. Let's go into arbitrage. 15-minute time frame. Yeah, that was a pretty nice sell off there. Still above the RSI line on the daily time frame. 4-hour time frame. It looks like it's setting up the way how I mentioned on Sunday. I wanted that breakout, the retest of that RSI line. So this is a good opportunity for arbitrage users, in my opinion. That breakout, retest, continuation to the upside, taking price up to 94.164 or wherever that upper danger zone may lie. That looks like a very solid opportunity. So this is still playing out pretty nicely. Just gotta watch out for that bearish possibility, but I do like the buys on the DXY. So I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert here on arbitrage. So short or long exit all, and once per bar close. So we'll see what happens. Usually I would just put my stop loss below these equal lows type of thing if I'm trying to buy. So yeah. And 1 hour time frame, it's under the RSI line, but it's not calling for the sell yet. But again, I do think that price can still drop a little lower before going bullish, so we'll see what happens. But overall, I'm still liking the buys on the DXY. Okay, so let's go on over to your USD. So same thing, I mean opposite basically for Euro USD. You got these equal highs over here that never got ran through. Price ended up just hitting the 61.8 off of this supply zone. Ended up dropping. I wanted 1.16895 basically. That never happened. Price ended up falling. Now the retracement is what I'm looking for on here. Daily time frame. Same thing as with the DXY. It doesn't look that great for this daily candle, but the day's not over yet, so we can see how that might change. Euro USD looks pretty far from where I would try to get into a sell at, right? It looks a little far. Over here, this 1.16431 would be where I would want to get into a possible sell. Right, that's where I would want to get a sell. So let me go ahead and mark that off. Set an alert. Now, of course, let's look at the flip side of things. From this low to this high, so from the low of 1.15717, where this bullish move happened, to the retracement, again, look where price came down and rejected off of very nicely. You know, that's something that I'd even look at when I was doing my weekly analysis. Something I definitely didn't look at. Something I didn't pay attention to. Or not buy box, but demand zone. So that's something that I didn't watch out for. That's something that I could have helped us capitalize on. But again, at this point, I would have to see what the price is going to do at this sell box that I have up here at 1.16432. If price gets up there, that's when I'll be like, okay, am I going to get into a sell here? Which I do still think this is going to keep going bearish. But it's like, okay, are you gonna sell up here? Or are these equal highs going to get ran through when price comes up to 1.16900 basically, and then fall? Like, that's what I'm looking at this point. So still want to see the sell on EU. Just need that retracement before I try to get up in it. And likewise, this is what I said with EU on arbitrage, right? I said I wanted to break out, retest, prices getting up there. 1.16332 would be best possible buy entry, or right where that RSI line is at once price retests that, and then a continuation to the downside. Exactly what I wanted on Sunday. So getting that played out, just need the retracement at this point, and then I'll be looking for the sells. Daily time frame is still very much bearish. So yeah, I want to see breakout, retest, continuation playing out nicely. 1 hour time frame, it still could come up to 1.16432, which 1.16432 is kind of like up here, but that would still be saying that, oh, this is still selling. But I'm just gonna leave my alert on for the DXY, because that's gonna be basically, I mean, you know what, let me go ahead and do this too. Euro USD, short exit all, once per bar close, create. So now if price does end up trying to sell, then, I mean, if price does end up trying to buy, then it'll tell us probably to get out like around 1.16549 type of thing, and then we'll see what goes on from there. But I am definitely looking for the buys on EU. Okay, AUD USD, this swing opportunity, and then that's exactly why I'm just like, hey, this is kind of a counter trend trade with AUD USD, but still it could work. So as of right now, swing position on AU is currently about 50 pips in drawdown, risking 170 pips total. But I mean, you really want to look at what you're risking and not the amount of pips that you're risking. But overall, it's kind of lining up with how the other USD pairs are lining up. Right after this bearish push, the retracement, price did come over to the 61.8 and then drop, but now it's approaching that 71% fib, and even the 78.6 fib. I think this might be the best bet for AUD USD for a better risk to reward if you're trying to get into a intraday type of trade. I would say something like this would look good, where 0.75265 and then push to the downside would work. That's what I'll be looking at for AUD USD. Gotta be careful though, it is very much bullish, and the buys, the position buys are still playing out, it's still in play, so that's something that you want to watch out for. But 0.75194, where price is currently at, or 0.75265 for a potential bearish move, doesn't look terrible. Doesn't sound terrible either. So definitely want to watch for price to drop here. There it is. Sorry. So yeah, let's see what happens on AUD USD. Now you definitely want to be careful, because them US indices, if I'm not mistaken, they have made all-time highs again, and usually when the US indices are very bullish, AUD USD does have a hard time going bearish. So that's something you want to watch out for. But I do definitely like this sell opportunity here. Again, this is a swing / position trade that I have going on right here. I'm gonna hide that, but that's something that you want to be peeping. And so again, prices don't look terrible for a sell opportunity to take down to at least 0.74178 at least, or something like that. That's what I'm looking at for this morning on AUD USD. 4 hour time frame, again, this is usually safer bet. Wait for the breakout, retest, continuation. Nothing's really changed on AUD USD 4 hour. 1 hour time frame just looks pretty consolidating-ish, so I wouldn't really try to play this. Daily time frame, still very much bullish. So, and it is at this RSI line on the weekly, so we could definitely see some rejections in the very near future on AUD USD. So again, I like the sells. Just arbitrage doesn't have really the confirmations that we want, but I do like the sells on AUD USD. No cap. Right. going on over to UCHF. So UCHF in this swing buy, basically it's kind of did what I wanted all the other pairs to do, right? I mean, they made double bottoms right here, but push the downside, breakout. Now I want the retest, continuation to the upside type of vibe. So I'm still in the swing buy, but again, I would want the retest and the continuation to the upside. So basically something like this. Well, no, exactly like this, like 0.91720, basically like right under my entry. 0.91720 would be where I would get a second entry and then continuation to the upside. My stop loss would be at 0.91473 for a buy opportunity on UCHF. But yes, I do still like the buys on UCHF. Currently, it's bullish, but nothing too crazy in order for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even. Not even close. So that's at 0.92632. So with that being said, I want to actually check out something. Where is the point of control? It's where price is currently at. Still a little bit of volume down there, but point of control, as I zoom out, it gets higher and higher. As I zoom out, it gets higher. So yeah, point of control is up here. I love that because that is where my break-even point is at. So we'll see what goes down with Master UCHF. I like where the point of control is at on the 1 hour. Well, it's kind of basically on the 4 hour with the way how the candles were zoomed out. But yeah, I definitely want to see 0.92745 get hit within the next 2 or 3 days, right? Because that's why I said it's intraday or day trades, because day trades can take about 2 to 3 days as well. But yeah, I like this possibility on UCHF. I'm still bullish on it, so just know that I am in a swing buy. But this is where I would want to get in for a second opportunity for a intraday / day trade. Okay. Going on over to RB, 1 hour time frame is still holding above the RSI line. I wouldn't necessarily try to trade this UCHF right here on the 1 hour. 4 hour time frame got the breakout retesting the RSI line and the lower danger zone. Arbitrage users, this is not a bad entry for a possible buy. If I were to buy, stop loss would be under these lows, and take profits will probably be about 0.93122 personally, or 0.92635, whichever one would want first. Daily time frame is bearish though. Daily time frame is very much bearish, so this is something you definitely want to watch out for. It's currently holding at the mean line, but you still want to watch out for that. I love this daily bearish engulfing candle though. Love seeing that. So UCHF, like I mentioned, I am looking for the buys pretty hard. And if price doesn't end up coming to 0.91720, then oh, it is what it is. I am still in the swing buy. All right, tacos ain't looking that great to me. Tacos ain't looking that great to me at these equal lows right now. In this swing trade, still holding good. Price is still barely below the 78.6 of this bullish move, the retracement. Still definitely can be watching out for price to fall down to 20.07600 still. So I'm still keeping that as a possibility, but my stop loss is probably going to still stay the same on this swing. I mean, you could move it down a little lower to like 19.90730, but I'm going to leave my stop loss where it's at. Don't be liking how USDMXN looks when it be dropping. Daily time frame, dang, I do not like yesterday's candle. Let me actually remove drawings. Yeah, I'm not liking yesterday's candle or the way how today's candle is printing out either. So that's something for USDMXN. I'm gonna still hold this trade as well. 1 hour time frame, equal lows. These equal lows can stop. I mean, price can stop right here at these equal lows and then go bullish. So that's something to watch out for. Or like I said, it can still drop down to like 20.107 something, like I mentioned. I mean, let me just point that out again. Price could just drop down to 20.0700 basically. So still in this USD Mexican buy, and I'm still gonna hold it. Nothing's changed for me personally, except for my patience. And naturally, arbitrage, this will be the safer play. Wait for the breakout, retest, continuation to the upside. But again, I am still very much liking. I don't like the 1 hour's called for that sell like that. It's kind of risky. Might want to wait for daily time frame as well. It's under there. Yeah, you might want to wait for something like this, where if it's gonna take out those equal lows, breakout, retest, continuation type of thing, that would be the play. But again, I'm still in this swing trade, so not really crazy over USD Mexican. All right, let's take a look at everyone's favorite, Goldilocks. All right, so Goldilocks, I had mentioned that, hey, or those are my targets I have. These are my targets I have for this trade. I had mentioned that, after this break to the downside, the retracement, it's only right that I want the continuation. And so 1804 was basically where my entry was at. I don't know why this is in green. And I want price to end up falling. Like, it's basically at my entry. Yeah, nothing's changed for me on gold. Pushed up, consolidated a little bit, then made that push down. Retracing, I want price to continue going to the downside overall. So for my gold analysis, as of right now, really nothing's changed. Daily time frame, let me take a look at the daily candle. I mean, I don't like going up against this huge daily candle like that, but I'm going off of the lower time frames than what they were doing and saying. And so again, I'm more interested in the sell on gold than the buy. A 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio, still like price is basically at my entry. So yeah, let's see how gold plays out. Nothing's changed for me. Price is still at this swing sell box, and right above it, that's where the stop loss is at. Yeah, I like this opportunity still. 1 hour time frame, price was consolidating a little bit under the RSI line. Right now it's currently at the upper danger zone. Arbitrage users, I mean, if you sell in arbitrage users, right now would be your best entry for both technical analysis and arbitrage wise, would be great opportunities. Although the 4 hour daily are both still very much bullish. If I were to sell, it'd be right here. So risk properly, don't over leverage as per usual, and let's see how gold plays out. I like the sells though. If I'm going too fast, anyone please let me know. And as I mentioned, UCHF, S&P taking off. I was like, hey, if I were to buy, I would have to wait for that retracement before trying to get in. But as per usual, UCHF making all-time highs. UCHF, SPX 500 making all-time highs. Nothing's really changed for me. If I was trying to buy it, I would need the retracement. But yeah, if you were to have bought anywhere in between these levels, you would be making money. These targets still very much valid. Arbitrage is all bullish at this point, so there's no reason for me to go check it out. Same thing with US 30. I was saying that, looks like these all-time highs are about to get reached. So I would have to say again, the retest and continuation is the only way I could play it. But again, if anybody would have bought anywhere in this zone or at that 33796.7, you would be making money type of thing. So That's for the Dow Jones. Again, arbitrage is all bullish on it, so there's no reason for me to really take a look at it. Let's go on Bitcoin though. Alright, so glad this bearish flag didn't play out, quite honestly. I wouldn't want it to. And again, guys, this zone, this is where these all-time highs are. Price is still like consolidating a little bit over here, so it's kind of like price held at this zone, so that's pretty interesting as well to see. Gonna get rid of that. And overall, again, I'm just like, yo, at this point, I mean, because I was saying either one of these two options, right? I was saying either A, price is going to hold at this fib level, which I kind of feel like it's going to go a little bit higher, or it can really come up to like 64814.17 or 6537 or 65,000 and then end up dropping. There's been a lot of reports that people are saying that, oh, there's people that are liquidating their Bitcoin at these prices. So we'll see what happens. But for the bearish move, this is the only way I'd play it out, quite honestly. And again, if I do try to get into this sell, it is a counter trend sell for sure, and I'm trying to basically sell at a top. So selling at tops don't usually always play out, but they can be very much profitable. So that is something that I'm watching for on Bitcoin personally, from these highs to these lows. The retracement, that would be solid. But again, oops, not that. But again, price definitely can just like make a retracement up to where it has already and then drop. So just gotta watch out and see what's up. But this is why I like overall on Bitcoin for a potential sell. Went on over to arbitrage. 1 hour time frame is calling for a sell, although it's above the RSI line, so that's something to watch out for. But there is a magenta candle, and I don't know, I mean, the last time I saw magenta candles on Bitcoin was right here, so that's something to peep, arbitrage users. I would definitely want price to close under 62,630 if I wanted to try to sell it though, regardless, for arbitrage at least. 4 hour time frame, it's not necessarily trying to set up, but it's also not necessarily, it's not a good look for the 4 hour in my opinion. I wouldn't trade the 4 hour. And then daily time frame still very much bullish, so got to be careful with Bitcoin. Still got to be very careful. I don't think it's time yet for it to sell. So again, arbitrage users, if you want, you can go ahead and try to play that sell, but it doesn't look fruitful in my opinion. Okay, XRP is just being a pain in the ass, consolidating some more. All it's been doing is consolidating right now, you know. 4 hour time frame, if I were to go on it, I would rather at this point, I mean, yeah, I see it from this high to this low, the retracement. Yeah, prices came over at this fib zone pretty nicely. I see it for sure, right? But at this point, I would rather, same thing with Bitcoin. I mean, it's kind of already done what I would have wanted it to do. Retraced, came up to almost to the 71%, then dropped after that. Yeah, Bitcoin, I mean, Ripple, I would just have to patiently wait and see what it's gonna do. I'm more bearish on it than I am bullish. I really don't like how price has been holding at this at this small supply zone for the past couple of days, and it's been rejecting off of it hard. Well, not even past couple of days, like for, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Basically, like the past 3 weeks, the price has been holding at this zone right here. So, also not a really huge fan of how a lot of the altcoins are not moving. If I were to go and take a look at that, then you would be able to notice that a lot of them, majority of them, not Ethereum and Bitcoin, because Ethereum and Bitcoin, they are the powerhouses, but a lot of the other ones, they're not really moving like how we would want them to, you know. It's just the big boys that are playing right now. But so we'll see what still happens overall. Ripple 4-hour time frame hit this upper danger zone. That doesn't mean anything to me really. I'm not really gonna try to buy it or sell it. Like I said, daily time frame, just a whole bunch of consolidating. So I ain't got nothing for Ripple. Ethereum still up over here where these all-time highs were. I mean, all-time highs were right there. 4-hour time frame. Let me check this out. Yeah, with Ethereum, it's kind of like, okay, if you wanted to sell it, then I mean, at these levels, is where you would want to sell them at. You know, you wouldn't want to try to sell them anywhere else but here. But again, all-time highs are just right around the corner. Like, these are where the all-time highs are at. So to possibly see a spike up, it's very much possible. Very much possible. But again, I'm not crazy over trying to buy them. If anything, I would sell them, and I would probably try to sell them at these highs. I'm just skeptical, guys. I'm just really skeptical. Like, again, I don't like the way how price just left the wick up at these all-time highs and then dropped down shortly after. You know, I'm not a big fan of that. So I think that this first push to the downside is what I would wait for, and then if I get the retracement, then I would start to look for sells, like, very actively. But even so, like I said, if I were to sell this, maybe I sell it right now. Same thing with Bitcoin. I mean, well, Bitcoin is like iffy, but if I were to sell this, I'd probably sell it right now at those prices and hold them. Okay, GPUSD, I did not actually get into this, and I'm glad I didn't, because now I probably am with where price is at right now. I'm still feeling the sells, and the reason why I didn't get into this is because of GJ. But before I talk about GU, I don't know why I keep doing this. Ethereum, let me check out the arbitrage real quick for it. 1-hour time frame is kind of setting up, so that's something to watch out for arbitrage users. 1-hour time frame. 4-hour setting up as well, but it's not even close to being there. And daily time frame, I'm pretty sure is very much bullish. Yeah, so just stick with the 1-hour arbitrage users. If you're gonna try to sell it, then I would sell it off of that. GPUSD, like I said, I'm glad I didn't get in this, and it was more of because of GPJPY that I didn't get in, and let me show you guys why that is. So GU, I'm probably gonna end up getting into this entry instead. I'm still gonna hold this, but again, I didn't get in at this pricing at 1.37674. I didn't get in. But if I'm going over to GA, this is exactly why, because I wanted to still see this retracement on GPJPY before I try to get into a GU trade, because I've noticed in the past that, if GJ, you're looking for a move on it, and GU's already basically where you're trying to sell at, wait for GJ to set up before you try to get into a GU move. And again, that's paid off, as we can see right there. So again, gonna sell basically right here on GU. Stop loss above these equal highs. That's my trade idea right there. 1 hour, and it's a swing, so I'm sorry I ain't got nothing for the intradays. I mean, if you want, you could put your stop loss at the equal highs and then try to sell that, but that's very risky, very risky business. 4-hour time frame had already set up, but I wasn't feeling it. Like I said, I was definitely waiting for that GJ. I'm so glad I did. So glad I waited for GJ. So yeah, GU, looking for sells here. Stop loss above these equal highs is kind of risky, but that's how I would probably try to play it, off of a small move for now, and then I'll probably look at something later on. But yeah, that's for GU. Let's go over to GA. I don't know why I had put this as green, but now it's green for sure. GU, yeah, I mean GA still looks like it's gonna keep going bearish, but it all depends on what AUD/USD is gonna do. So I'm still not trading this, and I'm not gonna go into arbitrage because it just looks sloppy, I'm sure. GA is not one of the pairs that I'm really like paying attention to like that. But GU, as I had mentioned, playing out. I don't like how fast it came up here, and GJ is very much bullish. Despite what anybody else says, is very much bullish. I am still looking for sells here, however. So I like how it rejected. If price comes back up to 157.576, like nicely, like on the 5-minute time frame, it climbs up there, holds, and then it sells, then I will get into the sell. But if I wouldn't try to get into pricing unless price came to 157.750 and then it started to reject, and then it came back down to like 157.576. But overall, I want to see GJ fall. I know it is a little too early to tell for that, especially since, you know, it looks kind of like, if you go on the daily time frame, it looks kind of like a break and retest. But I remember what I mentioned with the weekly time frame. Let me go ahead and get off of there. It looks like price just like left a wick up here, just so that these equal highs can get ran through and the price can fall down. But it's very risky nonetheless. Still like to sell though. Still want to see this sell, so let's see what goes down with GBP/JPY. I like this sell for sure though. And last but not least, for my pairs, EUR/GBP, I'm glad that I didn't try to get into any buys over here. So overall, I really got to see what EG is going to do. Again, I have to see something like this before I try to get in. A breakout, a retest, continuation. That's the only way that I could personally get into EG. Not going to look at arbitrage because it's basically going to just be a waste of time. As what I mean by a waste of time is that it's only going to be like I'll even show you here. Boom, 4-hour time frame, called for the buy, never played out. So it ended up dropping some more. 1-hour time frame, called for that sell, never ended up trying to go for another buy. So again, that's why I'm like not really gonna look at EG. Not really a pair that I'm gonna trade for a little bit. So with that being said, is there any questions or any pairs that anybody wants me to look at before I go ahead and hop off? Let me see what these pairs looking like. See, that double bottom on USD/Mexican looks like it might be the play. That double bottom down there, this might be the play. Gold, I need you to fall, my guy. Good. No questions or anything like that. All right, all right. Ethereum. All right, guys. Oh, and there you go. GU's already starting its move, but definitely hopping onto this as soon as they get off of this analysis. All right, guys. Well, if that's the case, then thank you for checking out my intraday/day trade analysis. I do appreciate it. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Show some love to the next wave. We do appreciate it. This is how we grow. And y'all have a good one. Later.